Okay, so I have a second pick, which is a game that I'm sure that Andy would so much hate to play.
Most of your games are like that, anyways. So yeah, don't.
No,
Let's
you
just
would
try.
like The Abyss. I'm sure that you like that one, but you would not like this one. Okay, my second pick is DropBlox by Studio Anchor. Guido, can you tell us how did it fare in the end?
Sorry?
DropBlox, how did it
Oh,
go
sorry.
in the competition?
Let's see. Where is DropBlox is fourth place.
Fourth place.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Diego, you got a high up one.
All right. Okay. Well, I prefer Abyss, and they are completely different kind of games. So this is well. First of all, let me say I think this game is still work in progress. At least there are coming features mentioned here. However, the latest version is still dated October, so I'm not sure if they are really continuing it. I think they should. The game is also bugged in a few lovely
Fantastic.
ways. In a few lovely
Sure, I
ways,
love it.
in my
I'm gonna love
opinion.
it.
I actually find it funny and fitting with the theme that there are some bugs. But well, anyway, let's say this is basically an endless game of skill, or it's supposed to be endless, but thanks to one bug, it won't be endless. A game of skill where you won't last long. I played possibly a couple hundred gameplay.
Madonna, man, 100
Yeah,
gameplay.
couple hundred in like what 5 minutes. Well,
Oh my
not 5
god.
minutes. No, not 5 minutes. I played it a few evenings, and not too long each evening because at some point it makes you want to quit, rage quit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, normally, let's say most of my attempts lasted half a minute or a minute, and right, let's get to the gameplay.
Yeah.
So in this game, you're a tiny character. Don't know what species it might be. It's white and it looks soft with big eyes.
Looks like a
And-
marshmallow.
Yeah.
And there's an endless flow of falling blocks, which look like colorful square donuts to me. These blocks just fall on top of each other, and they form stack from the ground up. And at the same time, from the bottom of the screen, don't know, deadly red water is rising up. If you touch the water, you die and you have one life, so your game ends. So you have to escape from the rising water by jumping endlessly on top of these blocks. Also, you shouldn't let the blocks fall on top of you because they will crush you and you lose a life, your own life as well. So you have to avoid being crushed by the falling blocks, but quickly jump from one to the other to escape the rising water. And controls are fairly simple. With the first button, you just jump. With the other button, you can hold it and point it straight up or left or right and do a charged jump, a bigger jump. Takes like a second or two to charge, and then you jump higher. And when you do this charged jump, you can also break some of the blocks. There are some blocks which look like cracked. Instead of having a like plain color, you can see cracks into them. And if you charged jump into those, you can break them. Then the first thing, which, well, might be a bug or it might be a feature, it's that breaking cracked blocks just leaves an empty space. It doesn't make blocks on top of them fall down. They just float if something has already fallen on top, which is very weird. And that's it. The game is just that. It's basically a high score game. You have to score as high as possible, and your score is the height you can reach. So you see little numbers on one side, on the right side, telling you those could be 100 meters or 100 centimeters, whatever you want. And if you fall down, however, and die, for example, by falling into the water, your score goes down. So it's not the maximum level you have ever reached, is the level
so
that
it's
you
where
are
you
when
die.
you die. Yeah, so it's very, very easy to fall and lose all the points. And the game is really frantic. There's also this steady, fast music that just gives you this feeling of panic as you play this game. And everything is so damn slippery, so easy to fall. There's some inertia while jumping also.
Okay.
There are other weird things. So first of all, the screen is wrapped horizontally. So if you move to the right, you appear from the left and vice versa, which is actually something very useful if you remember, because usually I kind of forgot this feature, and but in at some point it might be necessary to jump out from one side and come back from the other. It might be the only way. And well, other things you can do, you can actually kind of climb the blocks. It's difficult, but you can jump on one side and immediately jump on the other, or even try to jump all the time from one side of the block, but really, really hard to do. And if you get two blocks close to each other, you can kind of climb more easily between the blocks. I think
like
sometimes...
a wall jump or something.
Sorry?
Sort of a wall jump mechanic or something.
Yeah, it's not exactly a jump, because it's really in tiny, tiny steps. You actually have to press jump very quickly to climb up. It's like micro jumps. And I think sometimes I found myself even climbing from inside the block, which I think it's another bug. Like just finding myself inside the block and being able to climb somehow.
No, it's a feature.
I don't know. But this is all part of the hilariousness of this game. Really, it's exhilarating to play this with other people and see how miserable you score, because it's really, really hard. Really hard. Sort of high score game, but think of it as a low score game, because it's really super hard. But the look of the game is it's funny, it's colorful, and the sprite is itself hilarious, especially when you get stuck between the blocks and try to climb, or when you get squished. And so it's all part of the silliness of these games. I think that there is certainly room for improvement, and I wish they keep updating this game. They mentioned that they want to add some power-ups and upgrades. I would say that, at least in my opinion, one improvement that I wish they did is give a little bit more relief on the rising water, because it's rising too fast. Maybe slow down that a little bit. And
or maybe it starts slow and then become quicker later.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a progressive difficulty. So at the very beginning, I had some plays that really lasted seconds in some cases. It's a little bit too unfair. And perhaps I wish that there was more variety in the blocks, some other game elements, maybe the possibility to push the blocks, perhaps with that charge jump, push them away, those that you cannot break, because there are many cases where you just can't survive. The blocks seem to fall randomly, and sometimes there's just no way you can you can get up before the water catches you. So some
That's
improvement
unfair.
there would be more, just make it fair, because otherwise not even pigs would be able to survive too long on these games.
Oh, big
Then,
words.
because
I hear
Well,
big
well,
words.
this game also said in the known bugs, if you somehow get a score higher than 2000, the game will crash.
yeah,
Fantastic.
So pigs.
Sure.
now pigs can get to 2000, of course, of course. I'm sure of it, but it's just that in some gameplay, I found that there was just no way to continue because of the randomness can make it just simply impossible to find a route up at some point. But then anyway, I thought that it was a fun game to play, mostly as a party game. So pass the controller around, have the second player get the controller, die in 2 seconds, pass it to the other one, and see whoever makes it to, I don't know, 1000. I'm not even sure if I got to 1000. I'm not sure. I didn't write down what was my record. But anyway, I think it gets positive review from me anyway, and apparently it went 4th place, so some other people found it fun to play.
Yeah, the creator of Petris comments on the itch page, and he got 56 points. So yeah, he's not to the 2000 yet, but he's nearing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could have get some fun out of this game. Looks cute, sort of. Really basic. It reminds me of those early PC games, like those early Windows games. They had this look as well. Really basic, but colorful. Yeah, it's well, I'll try this.
Okay.
Good stuff. Moving on.